Hey friends, good morning. Happy Monday to you. How you feeling today?
We made it.
We made it. We made it.
To Monday.
To Monday. How many more days till the weekend? 5 more days. That was 10 fingers. 5.
I hope it's not this many.
Me neither. Hey everyone, it's good to see you. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Nicole Hernandez. We do want to get your work week started with some weather because, Thomas, it was wet this weekend and we want to know if it's still going to be wet at the beginning of our work week.
Yeah, good morning everyone. And still going to be a little bit wet, or at least it could be, because scattered showers and storms are once again in the forecast for today. That means some of you might get very heavy rainfall. Others of you might be a bit luckier and able to dodge all that rain and storm activity. But because of how slow moving and how heavy rain producing these storms are, we do have flood watches that remain in effect until 11 o'clock tonight for all of northern Washington, all of North Idaho, and now including Spokane and Coeur d'Alene as well. So if it hits any poor drainage area or flood prone areas, those will be the ones that are most susceptible for flooding, of course, through the day today. And as we look at our current Doppler radar imagery as of the 6 o'clock hour, still watching this cluster of thunderstorms that is centered now directly over Chewelah. So we do have the thunder rolling in that region of the inland northwest as these storms are just drifting towards the southwest.
Well, this morning we are continuing to track wildfires burning across our region.
So first, evacuations for the Eagle Bluff fire in Okanagan County are at level 1. Be ready now. The fire has burned more than 16,000 acres, and at last check, crews have it 70% contained. The fire also crossed the border into Canada. Investigators are still working to figure out what caused the fire.
Tracking North Idaho now, fire officials are warning people who live in Bonner County to get ready to evacuate for a fire burning at this hour. Right now, the Buckskin 2 fire is burning a few miles south from the town of Clark Fork. The fire has burned about 180 acres and is 0% contained at last check. It's burning in steep terrain and is about 2 miles from the nearest home. The cause of the fire is still under investigation this morning. Meanwhile, the Ridge Creek fire by Hayden Lake is still 0% contained. The green area on this map here is under level 1 evacuation still. The fire has burned a little more than 1,000 acres. Dozens of firefighters are still working to stop the fire from spreading.
An evacuation notice is expired for the Parkway fire burning in Camelin Park in Post Falls.
Yeah, the 80-acre fire started Friday and threatened homes in the area. Officials have closed both Camelin Park and the Post Falls Community Forest as they continue to work on the fire. The cause is still being investigated, but the department is reminding people to help prevent human-caused wildfires, especially as the National Interagency Fire Center reports the inland northwest wildfire potential is above normal through September.
If we have fires that develop on the landscape, the potential for them to become large problematic fires is higher than normal. Over the last 20 years, like the average acres burned, if you go decade by decade, has increased. And so it seems like we're having bigger seasons, or the fires that we have are much bigger than we used to have.
As wildfire season rages on, Idaho fire investigators are encouraging everyone to report any information they have on how a fire started. If you are the first-hand witness with credible knowledge, you are asked to call the number there at the bottom of your screen.
Well, several wildfires popped up around Grand Coulee over the weekend. The Washington State Department of Natural Resources says the Pleasant Valley fire has burned at least 100 acres at this point. There were level 1 evacuations for that fire, but crews have lifted those. Firefighters were able to stop the forward progression of this fire. But meanwhile, further north in Douglas County, DNR says the Pendle Road fire has burned hundreds of acres. The Washington State Department of Natural Resources says they have noticed a clear difference fighting fires this year because of more air support and a new air base.
Yeah, so DNR says last year the state had 28 planes capable of fighting fires, and now thanks to funding from the state legislature, there are 40. The Deer Park Airport is home to 7 of those planes. They used to have 4 of them, and pilots at the airport say they can get in the air within 10 minutes of getting a call. DNR says thanks to more air support, fire trucks and bulldozers, firefighters have kept the season's fires smaller and less severe.
Biggest difference now is we have more getting aircraft faster and sooner. The sooner we can get firefighters and resources on the scene, the more likely to keep it smaller. And because of the additional resources we have in the state, we can move the resources around to the hot spots of the area.
Each plane has the ability to fly across the state or even up to Canada to help fight fires. Well, the dry weather isn't helping the fire season, and it's also hurting fish and farmers. The Department of Fish and Wildlife says lake and river levels are dropping. With less water to go around, farmers say they've had to concentrate on their most valuable crops.
Basically sacrificing some crops to save others. They were not watering cherry trees post-harvest. They have concerns about crop stress and reduced crop yields, and they're very concerned about late season water availability.
Right now, parts of 12 counties across the state are under drought declarations. That qualifies people in those areas for state and federal emergency funding. For more coverage on the wildfire season ahead and how the Inland Northwest is preparing for our own wildfires, you can head to KREM 2 Plus. You can download KREM 2 Plus right now on Apple TV, Roku, or Amazon Fire TV.
With less than a month until the new school year starts, Spokane Public Schools will be introducing its new form of transportation for students. So KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones is live from downtown Spokane this morning. So Brandon, this is something that's been in the works for quite a while now. What can you tell us?
Yeah, well, this morning in about 2 hours, SPS is going to go ahead and introduce us to Zoom, Z-U-M. They're the new transportation services for Spokane Public Schools, and they'll have yellow buses around the roads of Spokane coming this fall. So if you remember back in March, board members decided to part ways with Durham bus services at the end of the school year. Shortly after, they approved a 5-year contract with the new company we'll be meeting this morning. Durham provided a lower annual bid estimate to SPS, but Zoom scored higher overall with references and during panel interviews. SPS awarded Zoom a 5-year, $71 million contract, and then that contract includes transportation for more than 800 special education students and 6,000 regular education students. So Zoom, they also are known across the country and other places. They've had marks in Seattle, Los Angeles, and San Francisco school districts. So once we get a chance to meet them, we'll bring any information we get from them and update you as well. And so now, reporting live in Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
It's 6:08. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. A man is dead and a woman is hurt after a shooting in St. Mary's. The shooting happened early Saturday morning on North 17th Street. The Benoit County Sheriff's Office arrested 21-year-old Jacob Anderson at the scene. He is now facing a charge for murder. Idaho State Police are helping with this investigation. Well, a boat trailer ran over a Washington man at the Gorge Campground on Friday, killing him. The Grant County Sheriff's Office's 21-year-old Carl Santos was running next to the pickup truck towing a boat. Santos tried to jump on the tongue of the trailer, lost his balance, and fell. The boat trailer then ran him over. He was flown to a hospital in Wenatchee where he did die from his injuries. And Spokane firefighters rescued a baby from a hot car on Friday. This happened in North Spokane's Home Depot parking lot. Firefighters ended up breaking that passenger window there that you can see to pull the baby out. The baby was taken to the hospital just in case, but should be okay. Crews say the parents were inside the store and did not realize they forgot their baby was in the car. Now first responders are urging parents to always check their back seat, as temperatures in a car can climb 20 degrees in just 20 minutes, and it can get 40 degrees higher in less than an hour. This morning, fire officials are still investigating what caused a fire at the Venue Event Center in North Spokane. That happened just before 4 o'clock Saturday morning. Firefighters quickly got the fire under control, and Spokane Fire says nobody was hurt, but they do expect the building will be out of commission for a few months now. That's a look at your morning rush.
Weather-wise, looks like the sunshine trying to peek through some of the cloud cover off to the east over Coeur d'Alene. Just see a little bit of that orange glow on that side of the screen. But otherwise, those overcast skies are going to dominate for today, and that will once again lead to some chances for showers and storms, as we're already seeing across northern Washington. Look at the Chewelah area getting a cluster of lightning strikes centered directly over you. It looks to be probably on the order of about 30 or so lightning strikes in just the past 15 minutes. 25, the latest estimates there via our Doppler radar imagery. So rain and storms already going because it is a humid morning, and it stays decently humid all day today, but because of that cloud cover, it's just not going to be a hot one today as we see temperatures topping out mainly in the 70s.
The Pac-12 was comprised of 12 amazing state institutions, high academic institutions, great, tremendous athletic institutions for a long time. traveling across the country, you know, you look at the NFL, you know, they got tons of research on how hard that is. And that's for professional athletes.
The state of the Pac-12 conference now in jeopardy after UW and Oregon bounced to the Big Ten. Coming up, what the move could mean for the future of the Apple Cup.
And it's time for your wake-up call. It is the Monday after a weekend, and you may be wanting to take it easy. Maybe you didn't get all your stuff done this weekend that you needed to, so you got to make a lazy meal today. So we want to know, what's your favorite lazy meal? We've got a lot of people texting us: a hamburger helper, brown sugar chicken and rice, spaghetti or tacos. During the hot months, BLTs. I love BLTs.
Yum.
Oh my gosh. Okay, keep texting us to the number 509-448-2000 or use the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media.